Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you're having a fantastic day. As always, shout out to the 19 folks. We got some interesting unrivaled news, man. This is getting kind of wild. It's definitely very unprofessional, but I guess they have just had their fingers crossed this entire time that they could get Caitlin Clark. It seems to me like the success of this league is riding on whether or not they can get Caitlin Clark. If you remember, they had 10 players. They announced them pretty quickly. I think it was something like September 12th, something like that. They were going to start announcing one at a time, which took forever. Finally got to 30, and when they did, and there was still no Caitlin Clark, they were like, hey, you know what? We're going to make it 36 players now. And guess what? They still don't have all 36. They still don't have all 36 announced. And why is that? Because they are holding out for Caitlin Clark. In fact, this is so backwards. This is so unprofessional. This is so seat of the pants, going to make it up as we go and hope it all works. And that the big media that gets on board with, girl power and all that to throw dollars at us, just like the NBA did, and will somehow be able to survive. They have announced the teams, announced the rosters. Of course, they did it by making it seem like they were going to be announcing Caitlin Clark, but they did not. In fact, the rosters aren't even complete because there are two wild card spots because they are holding out for Caitlin Clark. That's right, folks. I have no idea how they picked the teams. They did a 22-minute video that was not live, by the way. They made it seem like it was going to be live. It was not live. It was this video. In fact, they also didn't set it as premiere, but they put a 2-minute clock at the beginning of the video as if it were a live stream or anyway, yeah, they don't even know how to do that correctly. And then they just gave us what the teams were. They had the pot of players, and they were just moving along the board. And so you've got the six different teams. You've got uh, two of them, the Phantom and Lunar Owls. These names crack me up. These names are like a low budget sports movie, and they didn't have the rights. They couldn't get the rights to any league names, and they just made up really, really bad ones. But anyway, so by the way, I'm going to just put this out there right now so y'all know. Lexi Hull ended up on a team with Angel Reese. Yeah, I'm just saying that happened magically. Uh, Originally, it was a wild card. They made that change after, which again goes back to I have no idea how they picked these teams. This is the most unprofessional assembly of teams for a new sports league that I've ever seen. It is wild stuff. But originally, the Lexi Hull spot was a wild card, which led me to believe I think they were just really, really holding out they could get Caitlin Clark, which is why they had the two wild card spots, but also why they put one on that Angel Reese team. But I guess they changed their mind and said, you know what? We might not get Caitlin, so let's make sure we can do her dirty this way by putting Lexi Hull on a team with Angel Reese. And I'm looking at these teams and I'm just 3v3 full court. I don't know. I mean, some of these players, they're just, Rick Griner, I don't think is built for up and down. Now, if they're going to play slow, physical bully ball in 3v3 full court, then these slower, bigger body players could be effective, but it's also going to be something no one wants to watch. It's bad enough watching it with 5v5, but again, I think the court is like 70 feet long, and I think they're bringing it in a couple of feet on the on the sides, but not too much. So it's still going to be a lot of space if you get into the half court for three players to cover. It's going to be interesting. I don't know that the skill level is going to be there to make this exciting for people to watch. I know I'm not that interested to watch. And for me, not that interested in watching. For me, the big thing from what I'm seeing is a lot of backlash, right? Like this, you guys totally jacked this up big time. It's not even about Cece. It's about how you're baiting your potential audience and investors. Exactly. Now, some of us thought there's no way this is a Caitlin Clark announcement. She's not going to do it. It's not going to happen. But you had a lot of people, and I don't mean that in a way like the people who said Cece's not doing it are smarter or knew anything else. But my point is, you got a lot of people reacting who were Caitlin Clark fans that really thought, hey, you know what? It looks like they threw enough money at her, or percentage of the league or whatever it is that they've got her to do it, because it sure sounds like that's what they're going to announce. And even people who don't think she should play were feeling that. But no, it wasn't that at all. It was just to show you. Now, if you read closely in the thing, it didn't seem like they were going to announce CC, but overall they gave you that picture, and this is what you got. You got the ridiculous 2-minute clock counting down at the beginning of a regular video, and then the coaches being like, here are positive. This player is going to go on this funny name team, and this player is going to go on this team. And by the way, we're announcing the teams and the rosters, even though we don't have enough players for the league yet. Now, who knows? Maybe they won't even go out and get 2 more players if Caitlin Clark doesn't play. And 2 of the teams will only have 5, because originally that's what it was supposed to be. If you recall, they didn't add another team when they expanded 6 players. They added another player to each team. So now you have a 3v3 league with short games, and you're going to have 6 players on each team. I think that's too many. I think they should have gone with 5. I'm sure they could have worked it out that if there was a serious injury and it was absolutely necessary, they could go and get sign another player to finish up or what have you. But I don't know, 6 is a lot for short 3v3 games, but that's where they're going with. So maybe those 2 teams will still end up at 5. And of course, you have this, folks, this right here. I for, I I forget what tourney it was, but this is the pro-am today for the PGA that Caitlin's teeing up on. So while all this drama is going on with Unrivaled, and they're doing this silly video and this rollout, and they still don't have players, then they're announcing their teams and putting the rosters together. This is what Caitlin Clark is doing right here. This is how Caitlin Clark is spending her time while they are announcing the Unrivaled Basketball League and the rosters for Unrivaled. That's right. She's just chilling. She's relaxing. She is not thinking about the WNBA. She is not thinking about Unrivaled. She is not thinking about all these other players who hate her but need her so badly. It is absolutely fascinating that this is what's going on. But I'll tell you what, this has been wild to watch. It's been crazy to witness what's going on. Really going to be interesting to see what Unrivaled does next for sure. But I'm going to leave it there. Uh, oh, by the way, yeah, okay. So hold on. If you do want to know, it's hard to read. I think it was hard to read, so I didn't want to rattle off all the names for you. But just see, I think we have more Fever fans than actual like WNBA fans. So I'll just tell you, Lexi Hull is on a team with Chelsea Gray, Brittany Sykes, Kalia Copper, Angel Reese, and Azura Stevens. Aaliyah Boston is on a team with Enrique, with Ryan Howard, Jordan Canada, Ray Burrell, and Derica Hamby. So those. And Kate Martin. Can't forget Katie. Kate's on a team with Kelsey Plum. Okay, so that should not be an adjustment. Kaylin McBride, Alyssa Thomas. Oh, poor Kate. Stephanie Dulson and Courtney Williams. Those are the 3 teams with the players you're probably most interested in. I might as well rattle off the rest of them, right? Since we did that. Jewel Lloyd is playing with Dejan, the Mustard Carrington, Brianna Stewart, Courtney Vandersloot, Rikea Jackson, and Aaliyah Edwards. Then the 2 teams with the wild card. You got Skylar Diggins Smith, Alicia Gray, Nafisa Collier, Natasha Cloud, and Shakira Austin. I believe that is originally where Lexi Hull was before they switched her up. And then finally, you have Jackie Young, Tiffany Hayes, Marina Mabry, Satu Sabali, and Brittany Griner. And that wraps up the teams for Unrivaled with their train wreck of a rollout for this. They should have just made very clear we're giving you the rosters of the teams. They should have had, you know what? They should have had an actual draft, folks, and they should have put the draft out live on YouTube. That would not have really cost them any money with the technology they had today. They could have just had a couple of people filming. They could have had the 6 coaches there or owners or whoever it is they would be having picking the teams, and they would just do their draft. That's what they should have. I mean, they could even had it known ahead of time and just done it, done the draft ahead of time and then done it live for everyone watching. I think that would have gone over better than what they did here, which was a train wreck. But I'm going to leave it there again. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think of the way they're handling this? What do you think the chances are that they get Caitlin Clark to fill a wild card spot, or they just leave it? Let me know what you think how Unrivaled's going to do this upcoming season without Caitlin Clark. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I really do appreciate it, and I will talk to you later.